watched the Minecraft movie. You know, Blocky Boy, Diggy Diggy Hole. Let me just say, it was actually good. Like, not ironically good. Not, haha, look at this mess good. It was actually a nice little family movie. I went in expecting some cringe kid movie nonsense or some cynical, you know, you're gonna watch this anyway garbage, like many other video game movies. And instead, I actually walked out smiling. Let's talk about it. So it all kicks off with Steve. Yes, Steve. Blocky Steve from the actual game, but round because Jack Black. Breaks into mine to fulfill his childhood dream of mining, I guess. I'm happy for him, okay? He finds the Orb of Dominance in the Earth Crystal. Some things from Minecraft Dungeons. I've never played that before. And boom, he's sucked into the overworld, a realm where everything is cubes and rules don't apply. You know Minecraft. It's cubes and shit. He starts building his own paradise, just vibing and crafting, until he finds a portal to the Nether, and immediately gets clapped by this golem-looking ass thing, Malgosia, the piglin queen who hates creativity and fucking loves gold like a true capitalist. What the fuck? I'm reading the script just now. I'm so funny. Anyway, after getting put in the cuck cage. Steve sends his good boy Dennis to the real world to hide the cube and the crystal under his bed. Very good idea, by the way. I mean, what could go wrong? Okay, I just have to talk about this right now because this whole intro chunk with the overworld and stuff, I love it. It's gorgeous. Okay, it's really pretty. Besides that, as you can tell, I'm skimming over. So let me yap a bit. But like generally, it looks incredible. Like the terrain and the lighting overall and the detail and the renders of the CGI models and the world, the set extension stuff. Damn! You know, like Avatar and the Lego movie had a blocky baby. I mean, look at this shit. Holy smokes! Like if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like this looks incredible. There's so much effort in these renders and the set design. It's amazing. I think it's wonderful. And okay, I mean, the whole intro is a fancy exposition dump, which nobody actually cares about, let's be honest, but it's at least pretty to look at and funny. It's funny. The movie got the goofs. I mean, I'm gonna talk about this in a bit, but the jokes in this movie, they hit sometimes. They hit whoo, keep watching the video, you're gonna know what I mean. So yeah, I'll give it a pass. I'm just a lover, okay? I'm just a lover of things. So we cut to Garrett, the garbage man Garrison, washed up video game champion in Idaho, running a failing game store. Dude is like if the wizard grew up to be a GameStop employee. Employee of the month type shit, man. He buys a storage locker, hoping to find a grand treasure that will keep his business afloat. And he finds Steve's stuff, including the orb and the crystal. Dude also meets Dan TDM. He's the only Minecraft YouTuber I'm gonna point out because he's the only one I recognized. Yeah, well, and Technoblade, but okay. Meanwhile, two siblings, Henry and Natalie, moved into town after their mom passed away. On his way to school, Henry stops by Garrett's store and they chat a bit. Garrett offers to mentor the kid and poaches him for money because he's just that guy. But Henry dips after oogling at the orb and the crystal. Ooh, mysterious. Oh. At school, Henry completely fucks up the basic task of painting is still painting because the kid's just way too creative, man. He then gets picked on by two schmucks for dreaming big and decides he's gonna speedrun physics to prove himself. Henry tries to build a jetpack, doesn't go too well. Potato guy gets destroyed. So Henry ends up calling Garrett to pretend to be his uncle, for some cash of course, and Jennifer Coolidge drops the wildest, most vile joke I've ever heard in a kids movie, I think. And there's also this real estate agent that gave the kids their home, because real estate agent, her name's Dawn. Don't worry about her. She gets like no character development. She's just here for the ride. So things happen and they all end up in the mine together with the crystal plus orb combo and get isekai'd into the overworld like it's some anime arc. Now, let's talk characters for a second. They're pretty okay. I mean, like, they're not writing the character development playbook. Like, this is not something, you know? But honestly, they work for what the movie and the story is. And more importantly, they're funny. Mostly. Jack Black as Steve works surprisingly well. Okay, he's basically just being Jack Black, but I love Jack Black, so it works for me, I mean. I'm here for it, you know? There's this manic, chaotic energy in every line he delivers, and I fucking love it. I love it, man. It's great. I love it. And Jason Momoa as the garbage man. Inspired casting, to say the least. I mean, like, he's the embodiment of the word cheese, if you know what I mean. And like JB, Momoa's amped up his performance to an absurd max. And again, I love it. I'm all here for it, man. But before we continue, Look, there's some scenes I'm gonna skip over while telling you this plot. Not because I forgot them. No. It's because I have no idea how to really fit them nicely into the video because they are... I don't know how to explain them. So here it is. When like the people enter the overworld, there's like this rogue villager, like one of those big-nosed Minecraft people, you know? And he like escapes the Matrix, he goes out the overworld to the real world, and he starts dating Jennifer Coolidge after she hits him with her car. Seriously! And this is how I remember it. I haven't seen the movie in a while. And they keep cutting back and forth to like romantic escapades they have, and it's a bit jarring. Like they're having a candlelit dinner where she tells the guy that only grunts how interesting he is, and while also talking smack about her ex-husband. And I mean, it's funny in an absurd way, but it's like an absurdist comedy right here in the middle of this already pretty chaotic family film. And the absurdity of it all is like kind of what makes it funny, but it's also pretty jarring. But the fact that they commit to it the entire movie is like kind of iconic, to be honest. Alright, the gang's in the overworld now. They look around, it's bright, it's beautiful, and it's all blocky vibes. And then the sun starts dipping. Now, everyone who's played Minecraft for more than 10 minutes knows what that means. It's about to get biblically unsafe. Night falls and boom, Mob Central in here. Zombies, skeletons, creepers, the whole mobster mash shows up. And as they're fighting for their pixelated lives, Steve, still in the nether at this point, is being forced into a back alley deal with Malgosia. Except it's not a deal. It's a straight up emotional mugging. She basically says, get me that cube and crystal, or Dennis goes from good boy to gone boy. Like, damn! So Steve, who's freshly released from his nether prison and emotionally blackmailed by an evil capitalist pig witch, is back in the mix. But then Garrett, in peak garbage man fashion, fumbles the bag. He accidentally destroys the earth crystal, meaning no one can go home anymore. No crystal, no portal, no Idaho. Oh, the stakes are set. Alright, the crystal gets shot by an arrow, so technically Garrett didn't break the thing, but like, fuck that guy, am I right? Steve shows up to save the gang from a monster buffet, and they all shack up in his old village. In this part of the movie, low-key turned to a cozy Minecraft Let's Play. They're crafting, they're goofing around, Steve explains some shit, and it's all a good time. Except Garrett getting a little too excited for Steve's mention of diamonds. Hoping to save his business, Garrett also starts blackmailing Steve by withholding the orb from him. Steve just can't catch a break. Also, a plan gets laid out. There actually is another earth crystal. It's in a woodland mansion, aka the creepiest, most you will die here structure in all of Minecraft. So the plan? Gear up, go there, snatch the crystal, and find a way back to the real world before Malgosia turns the overworld into a kinky golden hell. But because Steve won't simp for Malgosia, she sends in a squad to teach him a lesson. Leading them is Commander Chungus. I know, haha, funny, shut up. It's chaos. The group gets split and it's time for some side quests. Natalie and Dawn end up on the run and end up having an emotional pep talk. Natalie has been holding it in for like the entire movie, and now she finally opens up. Dawn goes full mentor mode. She tells Natalie she's not just a kid anymore. She's stepping up and becoming her own person. It's sweet and it works well. And they also end up finding Dennis. Yay, Dennis! Meanwhile, the boys. Oh, man. So Garrett, who's been riding the fine line between lovable doofus and absolute tool, decides to keep on the blackmail. So they detour to Steve's secret stash of diamonds, but plot twist, the detour goes to hell. Literally. They almost get clapped by this new piglin type, the Great Hawk. That's what my girlfriend calls me. It's like a normal piglin, but juiced up on raw pork chops and bad decisions. Twice as big, twice as angry, and feral as hell. Just like my girlfriend. But despite the blackmail, Steve and Garrett bond hard during this. Like bros for life bonding. Steve saves him, Garrett saves Steve, and it's all working because they got this buddy comedy thing going. Meanwhile, Henry is now pissed at Garrett for being a little fucking dickbag. I hate him! Who could have thought? Still, they press on together and eventually arrive at the Woodland Mansion. And just like in the game, it's spooky, it's massive, and it's crawling with pillagers just waiting to chop someone up. So to create a little plan, Henry sneaks in Metal Gear style to grab the new Earth Crystal. Meanwhile, Steve and Garrett put up a distraction, but the two accidentally get dragged into an underground pillager fight club. Yeah, and I'm not making this up. An actual underground fight club, hidden beneath the Woodland Mansion. And make Garrett fight it out with a chicken jockey. Big applause. Peace. Come on, man. 11 out of 10. Meanwhile, on Henry's side of the plan, everything works out fine until he runs into an Enderman, which immediately tries to fry his mind like Professor X. A thing they can apparently do. So, the Enderman invades his mind and shows him visions that all his friends here hate him, except for Dawn. They really sidelined that poor woman every chance they got. Oh, and Steve's got the Herobrine eyes, which was kind of cool. But Henry snaps out of it, kills the Enderman with whatever these whack-ass moves are, and naps himself an Ender Pearl for later. That's a crazy-ass sentence. He comes back with the Earth Crystal, and for a second, things are looking up. But then, because of course, epic bridge battle, blah, 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 and then Garrett, my man, the garbage gamer turned surrogate uncle, finally wraps up his character arc by pulling a heroic sacrifice. He performs a final stand to save Henry and Steve, when Steve actually just books it out of there with the kid. Like, Garrett could have gone with them, but he didn't. And oh my lord, that whole mansion sequence was bananas. Like, actually unhinged in the best way possible. They put a fucking underground fight club in the Minecraft movie. Like, what? And I gotta say, overall, the action in this movie is pretty fun. I like it. The fight choreography is surprisingly readable. For a movie where half the characters are CGI and shaped like blocks, it's well shot most of the time, and you can feel the energy. For many things, there's this oomph, you know what I'm talking about? There's this oomph. And the camera work, I gotta say, also pretty nice. There are action moments where like the camera is handheld and following the characters. That feels like so kinetic. It adds so much for me. I love it. I love it so much. Like when the gang enters the overworld and Garrett flies out of the portal. Look at this. It's cool. I like it. But here is my one big gripe. The pop music. Why? And I mean, so many movies nowadays put random ass pop songs in action scenes. Stop! Stop! I don't like that. This is about what I want. It's about me. No. These never really fit what is happening. And I'm genuinely not joking. I physically cringe sometimes when like pop music, like you know what I'm saying. There are movies and certain scenes in movies, like this one too, where like a random pop or rock song actually fits. For example, there's this rock song that plays when Garrett is introduced, and it really fits. This scene fits. The music fits the scene and the mood. But when Dua Lipa is playing in my chase, fight scene, whatever, I don't need that. I don't need it. It does not fit well, especially when they already have a nice soundtrack. And now I'll be fair, again, like with the introduction of Garrett, when Henry is at school and he's building the jetpack, there's this little Dayglow tune that plays in the background, and that's fine. It works. I love it. I love Dayglow. It matched the scene and it's charming. But again, I don't need pop music in my action scenes. But alright, my little rant aside, cue the final battle. Malgosha uses the orb to not only turn on this random huge Doomgate nether portal, but also to darken the sky so the piglins won't zombify. And we get a huge final battle as nether forces invade. The sky goes dark and the whole overworld's about to become lava soup. Before that, the gang forged a plan to stop her, and iron golems are rolling out like it's Minecraft Endgame. A huge Lord of the Rings style battle ensues, with the said iron golem army demolishing the piglins and Steve 1v1ing Malgosha. Dawn also brings in a dog army because she's good with the animals. A fact I did not mention earlier because who fucking cares? So Henry uses the Ender Pearl he got from defeating that Enderman in the Woodland Mansion to grab the orb, bringing back the sun and making all the piglins zombify, saving the day. Steve defeats Mommy Ghost, but here's the thing. Why did they not use the Wither? Like, it's right here. It's right there. We got the Nether in this shit. We're doing big boss battles. You've got the perfect opportunity to bring this triple-headed freak onto the big screen, and instead, we're getting Avengers Endgame. Return of the King, but with pigs and robots. This would have been the perfect time to bring out the Wither. Like, bro, oh, come on. How could you fumble this bag? But, okay, you probably know what numbers the movie made. They're gonna make more of them. I bet you. They're gonna make at least one more. And the Wither's also not gonna show up because they're gonna use the Ender Dragon. What they should do is a trilogy. Don't know how they're gonna do it, but they should. And then they do the Wither in the second and the Ender Dragon. So yeah, overall, I enjoyed a Minecraft movie. God, that name is ass. What are they gonna name the sequel? A Minecraft movie too. The movie looked amazing. The action scenes were clear and exciting. But most importantly, it was fun to watch. And that's what movies should be. They should be fun to watch. Story is very important and whatnot. They should be fun. Especially a family movie. It should be a fun time. But you know what? It's creative. And that is what Minecraft is about. They tried something and honestly, they pulled it off pretty good. Grab your friends, take them with you. Watch the movie. I promise you, it will be a fun time. I don't know, go to McDonald's afterwards. Don't get the nether sauce. That thing is diabolical. I ate that shit and I wanted to kill myself. Honestly, it's bad. It's bad. They didn't even give me the fucking toys, man. All right. Stop ranting, dude. Stop ranting. Tell me how you feel about the movie in the comments. And I'll be seeing you whenever. I don't know. No clue, man. Watch out. I'm gonna get you.